Have you heard of Chocolate Hills or seen the world's second smallest primate? Here they are in Bohol Island in the Philippines. But before we go there, in this video, we will explore the top things to do in Bohol if you are there on a short trip, and we will try to guide you on how to navigate around. Bohol might well be one of Philippines' lesser known provinces, but it definitely has some of the most unique experiences that you shouldn't miss. If that sounds good, let's jump right in. So I'm just here now in the domestic flight terminal in Manila Airport, and I'm planning to fly to Bohol from Manila Airport now. The flight was about an hour and a half, and the views as you travel over the Philippines will just keep you in awe. So we just landed in Panglao Airport here in Bohol Island, and the flight was a really nice flight. The views are awesome, so I recommend you take the flight during daytime. Once we touched down, we went to explore the town of Panglao, where we were staying, which is close by the airport and one of the most touristy places in Bohol, with a cool and laid-back beach. We tried to find a car to go around, but renting a car was super expensive, 2,500 pesos per day. So we opted out and we checked out prices for scooters. And the cost was between 300 to 500 pesos per day. However, a bike license is required, which unfortunately I didn't have. So by walking around, I met a gentleman who agreed to take us on a full tour around Bohol for 2,000 pesos, which we thought was not too bad. So getting a driver might actually cost you less than renting your own car, and at the same time, you're getting a local as a free guide.
No battle or no war.
Like for peace,
yeah.
Basically. Next day, we were super excited to start the tour. We passed by the second oldest church built during the Spanish colonization in Philippines. It was badly hit by the recent typhoon in the Philippines, and sadly, it was closed for the day. Next, we headed to the Philippine Tarsier sanctuary. So we just made it to the Bohol Tarsier conservation area, and we are going to see this incredible little animal that is endemic to this island. So there's one tarsier just right here.
Hi.
Over there.
They like sleeping a lot.
They're also nocturnal animals, so during the day they just sleep here.
Tarsier is one of the world's smallest primates, measuring between 4 to 5 inches. I was expecting it would be slightly bigger than what it is in real life, but it can most certainly fit in the palm of your hand. It's that small, just like this. You will be surprised by how small it is in real life, and their big eyes will surely make you love them. On the way to the inner part of the island to see the famous Chocolate Hills, we passed by the Mahogany man-made forest. It is a 2-kilometer stretch of densely planted mahogany trees, and will give you opportunities for some awesome pictures. You will definitely find the air cooler under the trees, which will be a much needed break from the humidity on the island. After that, we were getting so excited while approaching the famous Chocolate Hills, especially when we started seeing the hills cropping out of the landscape. The Chocolate Hills are a group of unusually shaped hills located in the middle of the island of Bohol in the Philippines. This extraordinary landscape is unique to this small island and is something that you must check if you ever come to the Philippines. It is estimated that there are around 1,700 hills spread over an area of 50 kilometers square. The hills are not allowed to be climbed, and there's only an observation deck for getting a 360 panoramic view of Chocolate Hills. Mystery still surrounds how the Chocolate Hills were formed, with legends of giants fighting each other until they fell down exhausted, to geologists theorizing that it is a natural weather formation of marine limestone. You might be wondering how it gets the name of Chocolate Hills. It is because during the dry season, the greenery on top of a geological formation here turns brown. That is where it gets the name of Chocolate Hills. A must-see place that will stick in your memory for a lifetime. Next on the must-do things in Bohol is to check out the Loboc River. It is considered as one of the cleanest rivers in the country, but the scenery that the river offers is what will amaze you. If you are not up for the different touristic activities proposed on the river, or feels tired after exploring Bohol, then one of the best ways to enjoy this river is to have a lunch on one of the river cruises and contemplate the unbelievable lush greenery along the banks of the river. And you might even get to see some locals going about their daily life along the river. That was just some crazy stunts by the natives of Bohol Island. Loboc River is really an enjoyable and memorable spot not to be missed in Bohol. Next, our guide suggested that we see the exotic animal park where we could see the largest python snake ever found on Bohol Island.
It's the largest snake in Bohol. It ate an 80-kilogram pig.
Although dead 7 years ago, it was still impressive to see such a beast. I'm actually quite scared of snakes, and I've never wanted to hold a snake, but today I will try to get over that fear of snake. Even though it was such a nerve-wracking experience for me, I am super happy I did it and finally got over my fear. Or maybe. Well, that was quite an experience. Yeah. So these are the few must-do things in Bohol, especially if you're there on a short trip. But if you can spend more time there, do it, because Bohol packs so much more. The humble island province of Bohol is endowed with unique natural wonders you can't find anywhere else in the country and even in the world. Hey, if you liked this video and found it interesting, it would be super helpful if you support the channel by subscribing and commenting. Until then, see you in the next one.